Hey, what's up everyone? So in this video we're going to do something a little different than usual. This past Sunday, which was July 15th, Square Enix hosted a national tournament for Dissidia in Japan. So we're going to take a look at that instead of analyzing a character. There were qualifiers going on for the past few weeks, which led 8 teams to the finals here in this double elimination bracket, which they streamed on YouTube. And here's a picture of the bracket. So the left side of the bracket is the winner side, and the right side is the loser side of the bracket. This is also a really good time for me to stall because we're running out of characters for me to do commentary on, and there's still a lot of time before Dissidia is released, so we're going to take a couple of weeks to look at this tournament instead. In this video, we're going to run through the first round of matches, which is roughly half the matches they showed on stream. We'll be able to get a good overview of each team's composition, their playstyle, and for those who didn't watch the tournament already, we'll be able to see who to watch out for. We're going to follow along with how the stream went, so we're going to start off on the left side of the bracket here with our first matchup. Oh, and one other thing to note, I'm not really sure what happened, but the stream quality of the YouTube stream they had was kind of weird, so I apologize in advance for some of the videos getting kind of screwed up whenever a lot's going on in the action. It's kind of tough to see. Even though I downloaded it in 720p, it doesn't really look like it, so sorry about that in advance. But anyways, let's go ahead and get right into this first match. Alright, so first match of the tournament finals here, we've got Onion Knight, Zidane, and Warrior of Light for the blue team, going up against Titus, Emperor, and Cloud on the red team. So pretty balanced on both sides. We've basically got a Vanguard, Assassin, and Marksman for each team. Onion Knight's a specialist, but he's basically just an Assassin Marksman hybrid, so both teams have all their bases covered here. So both teams are really sticking together here, kind of just throwing out some projectiles, just kind of feeling out the other team. Onion Knight does get hit by one of Emperor's attacks right there. Looks like red team Titus is kind of just testing the waters there. He was kind of behind blue team for a second, using that mobility to just kind of get around and just trying to draw the attention of the blue team. Red team is back together now though. The summoning stone is active. Both teams just kind of traded attacks on it. Titus once again tries to kind of come behind the blue team. Zidane and Onion Knight both catch him with an attack. Onion Knight actually gets knocked into Emperor's trap there, dealing a little bit of damage to him. Emperor is going to throw out another trap there. It actually catches Warrior of Light and Onion Knight, breaks both their bravery, so now Emperor has a ton of bravery there. They're going to have to watch out for that. And as I say that, it looks like Warrior of Light actually just hit Emperor a couple times, dropped his bravery down a little bit. Still has a lot though, still going to have to watch out for it. So red team Titus is really using his mobility to his advantage. He actually caught Onion Knight with an attack, letting Cloud follow up with another attack there, and looks like they just killed the blue team Titus. Emperor was able to use all that bravery that he had built up. So red team off to a quick advantage here. They've got Shiva now coming out, so blue team's got to be really careful here not to get caught in a bad position because of Shiva. You see red team still staying grouped together. They're all just kind of pushing forward here together. Blue team is also trying to stay together, and they're just kind of retreating, trying not to let red team catch up to them. Looks like red team is kind of moving in on Warrior of Light there, dealing a little bit of damage. They actually caught Zidane as well, dealt a lot of HP damage to him. So both Warrior of Light and Zidane's HPs are really low. Cloud actually caught Warrior of Light with his cross-slash attack, picked up killing him. Onion Knight couldn't really do anything to save him. You see Onion Knight just kind of throwing that meteor, but now he's just trying to avoid Shiva's attack here. He's just trying to move out of the way. Red team is still staying grouped up. They're trying to catch Zidane here, but with his speed, he's really able to get away. You see he's moved around on the minimap. Now caught back up to his teammates here. One of his teammates has that HP regain X skill, so you see Zidane's health is ticking back up. It's pretty low, so he's going to have to be careful right now not to get picked off here, since blue team only has 1 health bar left. So Onion Knight's kind of just moving around here. Emperor's throwing out a lot of his little projectiles here, trying to keep blue team kind of zoned out. Onion Knight's kind of split up from his team here. You see Titus is moving in on him, trying to abuse his mobility. Onion Knight is shielding a lot though. He's able to avoid a lot of the damage. And it looks like Zidane actually came from behind and actually protected Onion Knight from Titus's attacks. So Titus is still trying to push Onion Knight back. Zidane is trying to keep him at bay, but this is kind of allowing the other 2 members of red team to 2v1 Warrior of Light here in the corner. Warrior of Light was able to actually get away though. You see blue team's kind of grouped back up together. Zidane is still dueling Titus. Titus actually got locked in an attack animation. Onion Knight was able to throw out that meteor and deal a ton of HP damage to him. Trying to mount a comeback here. You see Zidane's caught Titus in that neutral aerial. Onion Knight immediately throws out that meteor to combo with it, picks up the first kill of the game for the blue team, and now they've got a chance to really come back here. Now they've got Shiva active, so we'll see if they can push this advantage and pick up any more kills. Onion Knight was trapped in Emperor's attack there, but he was able to get out of it without getting punished for it. The quality really kind of drops whenever there's a summon on the screen, but Onion Knight's still just kind of throwing out some projectiles here. Everyone else is kind of dueling here. Red team doesn't seem too afraid of Shiva's attacks here. They're still just kind of pushing in and trying to fight. We'll see if that comes back to bite them in a little bit. But Onion Knight throwing out that meteor once again, dealing a little bit of HP damage. Didn't have quite a lot of bravery there. Looks like Warrior of Light actually was able to track down Cloud and pick up a kill on him. So, like I said, might not have been a good idea for Red Team to try and fight in the middle of this summon animation. So, even game here, both teams only have 1 health bar left. You see Zidane's health is kind of ticked all the way back up just about because of that HP regain X skill. So it's a really even game right now. Onion Knight is just kind of trying to look around at the red team. They're all split up, so he's trying to keep an eye on everybody, make sure no one could sneak up on him. He's still just kind of moving away a little bit. He's just kind of trying to support his team from a distance. He's throwing out his projectiles kind of far away from the red team so that nobody can come from behind. He's trying to watch out and not let Titus kind of use that mobility like he was earlier to get a bunch of free attacks there on Onion Knight. So both teams are once again just kind of staying grouped up together. Nobody wants to be the one caught out and get killed by the opposing team. Onion Knight's still just kind of throwing out some long distance projectiles here. Red team's just kind of backing away. They're really being quite passive here. Titus is kind of going in once again by himself though. Warrior of Light actually catches him with an attack. That's kind of the benefit of everyone staying grouped up. Titus can't really get in whenever Warrior of Light's there to protect Onion Knight. So looks like blue team is kind of backing themselves up into a corner here. Emperor tried to catch Onion Knight in that X skill of his, but it didn't quite connect. Titus does hit with his quick hit, but he's immediately attacked by Warrior of Light. Everyone's just kind of trading bravery here. You see Cloud's doing cross slash there on Zidane. Onion Knight throws out that meteor immediately, deals some HP damage, but cross slash did finish, dealt a ton of HP damage to Zidane. So fortunately, they were able to build his health back up with that HP regain, otherwise he would be dead. But once again, he's in that situation where his health is really low and he needs to be careful. You see he's kind of hanging back behind the two members on the blue team that you see on the minimap. Number 2 is kind of just hanging behind, letting his health tick up once again because he's used that HP regain. He's already back up to about 1300 health. So Titus is kind of getting in on Onion Knight here. Zidane comes from behind to help out, and Onion Knight's able to combo and deal a little bit of HP damage to Titus. You see the red team also has that HP regain though, so they're just dealing a little bit of bravery damage, a little bit of HP damage. No one was really dying there, so we actually have a draw in this game. So whenever there's a draw, it comes down to these points, and basically, I think it'll explain it here in a second, but basically you get points based off of how much HP damage you do, how much bravery damage you do, how much damage you take, and then how much of like a supporting role you do. So I think that just kind of combines a lot of different little things. So you see the breakdown up there on the top, and the red team actually came out ahead with more points, so they actually pick up the first win in this set. So you can kind of see, even though we couldn't really see it that well from this perspective, Cloud was putting in a lot of work. He was doing a lot of HP damage to the blue team, and the blue team was doing pretty well consistently, but looks like Cloud just kind of blew them out of the water. And one of the unsung heroes for red team was Titus. He had a low score, but he did a really good job of distracting the blue team. It kind of led to him, you know, taking some bravery damage or sometimes some HP damage, but he often allowed his teammates to do 2v1 situations against other characters because so often Zidane or Warrior of Light had to kind of peel off, go back to Onion Knight and protect him from Titus. So Onion Knight and then one of his teammates were kind of stuck trying to fight Titus. Alright, moving over to match 2 here. This is going to be match point here for the blue team now. We switched perspectives. Instead of Onion Knight, now we're going to be looking at Titus, so we're on the other team here. Same characters and everything. Nothing has changed in that regard. We are going to be on Besaid, though. Okay, so everyone's probably going to start out by throwing projectiles. At least we'll have the benefit of being on Titus's perspective. He's going to be the one who's kind of just be going in for the blue team here. You're going to see him using that mobility a lot to just kind of look around the map and see who he can attack. He gets caught a little bit by Warrior of Light's attack, just taking a little bit of bravery damage, nothing too significant. Emperor's attack does shoot off Warrior of Light. Titus decides not to chase after him though. He's going to stick on Onion Knight here, get a quick attack off on him, and he quickly moves away because the rest of red team was pretty close by. He doesn't want to get caught by them. His dash meter in, so he has to go to the ground. Zidane's there waiting for him, actually punishes him with an attack. Nice combo there by Onion Knight to keep Titus locked down so Zidane could then hit him with another attack, dropping Titus's bravery quite low. Looks like Onion Knight did take a lot of HP damage though, so he's pretty low on health now at this point. Red team, as always, staying really grouped up here. Titus is trying to get in on Onion Knight, but he gets caught by Zidane. Zidane's doing a really good job this game and last game of keeping an eye on him. Emperor was able to pick up the kill there on Onion Knight, finishing him off and dropping red team down to 2 health bars left. So while Zidane was attacking someone else, Titus quickly dives in and deals some damage to him, knocking him away. Warrior of Light tries to summon. They do so successfully, but looks like he's getting attacked now by somebody on the blue team. I didn't quite catch who it was before the summon animation. Looks like it was Cloud going in there. So Titus didn't really follow up on it though, because now that red team's got Shiva active, they don't want to get caught out, kind of like they did last game. So they're just kind of moving away here. Looks like Zidane is trying to kind of chase them down. He's in that transform, so he's going to have a lot of dash meter here, so he's going to be able to chase really well. Looks like Cloud actually caught him with an attack, though. Onion Knight moved over towards that direction, so now Warrior of Light's kind of by himself. Looks like Titus is kind of staying in between all the members of the red team, not really sure who to go after here, just trying to make sure he's close by if anyone on his team gets kind of caught out. Shiva has finished here, so Titus is kind of going in here. Emperor's kind of getting attacked by Warrior of Light, so Titus is trying to help protect him. He caught Warrior of Light with an attack while Emperor's wall rush, so he wasn't able to deal any HP damage to Emperor. So Zidane once again catches Titus with an attack, knocking him away. No one's going to be able to follow up since he gets knocked away so far, though, so he just kind of rushes right back into the battle here. Cloud knocks away Warrior of Light, and Titus is able to get an attack there off on Onion Knight. You see he's trying to move in on here on Zidane, actually catches him with an attack. He's built up quite a lot of bravery at this point, so we'll see if he's going to be able to get that spiral cut off anytime soon. He dodges out of the way of Zidane's attack originally, so that was good, but then Zidane follows up with another attack, actually dealing some damage there. So he and Zidane are really just trading out a lot of attacks there. It looks like he's lost a lot of that bravery he had. The blue team has finally gotten their summon gauge full though, so we'll see if they try to summon anytime soon here. Titus is really trying to move in with the rest of his team. This is kind of a tough map to combo with though, just because it's so big, so no real big combos have happened so far. Titus gets Warrior of Light on the wall, but before he can do anything, Onion Knight hits him with that meteor, dealing a ton of HP damage to Titus, so he wasn't actually able to do anything to Warrior of Light on the wall. Blue team is finally going to get their summon out here now though, so they're going to have Shiva this time. We'll see if they can make anything happen with it. So Onion Knight's kind of close to Titus here, but Titus is going to ignore him. Looks like he's focusing on Zidane right now. Zidane got hit by Shiva's attack here, so you see Titus just kind of grouping up with his team instead. They throw out that HP regain X skill, so he's going to be able to tick his health back up quite a bit. Emperor was about half health too, so that's going to start going up. Now you see Titus moving in here. He's locked into Warrior of Light. Warrior of Light's used that X skill of his that forces Titus to target him. So you see Titus is kind of trying to dash around. Looks like while Warrior of Light was trying to get out of Shiva's attack, Cloud was actually able to use that cross slash to pick up a kill in on him. And Titus actually used quick hit there on Onion Knight, built up a ton of bravery, wall rushed him, and then was able to use spiral cut to finish the game off there on Onion Knight. So an awesome combo there by Titus, able to build up a ton of bravery with that quick hit, and while Warrior of Light was dead because Cloud had just killed him, you know, no one was really there to be able to protect Onion Knight in that situation. So great play there by the blue team. Good job of using Shiva to their advantage there to help pick up those last two kills. So a clean 2-0 in this set here by the blue team, the Cloud, Titus, and Emperor team. Looking like a pretty strong lineup there. So we'll see how well they do in other phases of this tournament, but for now they're the first team to progress into the second round of this tournament here. Alright, so moving on to set number 2 here, we're going to have Kane, Terra, and Cecil for the blue team that we're following, going up against Garland, Terra, and Zidane for the red team. So once again, pretty balanced teams, just a marksman, a vanguard, and an assassin. So we're going to see some kind of passive play here by Kane. He's just kind of moving around here. Both teams are once again staying grouped up together. It's kind of a small map, so it's a lot easier to take advantage of mistakes here. You can get wall rushed pretty easily if you get caught off guard. So Kane is kind of on the other side of red team here, trying to look for any opening to get in, but nobody is really stepping out of line here. Everyone's just really staying grouped together. Looks like he's kind of trying to chase down Terra a little bit. He's going after her now. Actually catches her with an attack, hits her with a wall rush. Garland is right there though, so Kane's gonna have to shield Garland's attacks and just kind of move out of the way there. Just taking the little bravery that he got. So it looks like Cecil broke Zidane's bravery, so Cecil has quite a lot of bravery now. So Kane is going to use that Brave Magnet X skill that he has. You see that purple kind of aura show up over there. It dealt a lot of bravery damage to the people that were in that radius for a second, building up his bravery a little bit. Looks like Zidane has kind of moved to the back line of the blue team. He's moved over to the summoning stone now. All of red team is kind of circling it. So they're kind of building up some of their summon gauge. They got quite an advantage on that over blue team right now. Kane actually gets caught by Garland, but looks like one of his teammates saves him. He does get wall rushed, but no one is fast enough to punish him for it. Garland is really just kind of chasing Kane down right now. Kane kind of catches him with his projectile there, so it gives him a little bit of breathing room. Blue team is kind of grouping back up once again. Terra is kind of isolated though. You see Zidane's kind of moving towards her. Kane throws out that projectile, just trying to kind of keep her safe there. He does get hit though, so his bravery is pretty low. Tara breaks Zidon's bravery though, so now her bravery is pretty high. But Zidon comes around and actually hits Kane, breaks his bravery. So red team is going to summon here. They're actually going to have Alexander this time. So blue team is going to have to watch out for that and be careful on this small map. Kane just kind of knocked Zidon away. You see blue team kind of trying to back up, but they don't have a lot of room to run. They're kind of stuck in a corner right now, which is not something you ever really want in this game. So Kane's trying to dodge out of the way here. Alexander had an attack about to spawn right where he was at. Kane is moving in now though, just kind of trying to figure out where to be. Looks like Cecil was killed. Nothing Kane can really do about it, so he's just trying to move away. So Garland tried to attack Tara, but she used that teleport X skill, was able to get away. And Kane was kind of able to just kind of disengage from the situation as well. Zidon actually did connect with his HP attack there on Tara though, dealt a ton of HP damage, but not quite enough to kill her. Kane still kind of just looking around. He is just kind of keeping an eye on Zidon right now. Zidon is kind of moving around him. Kane catches him with an attack, but Zidon shields it. They do finally catch Zidon though, dealing a little bit of bravery damage. He and Cecil are trying to double team Garland, but Garland gets away, and looks like Tara was actually killed by the other two members of red team in that time period. So it looks like Garland and Zidon were kind of trying to move in on Kane, but Kane was able to dodge away. Blue team is getting kind of close to being able to summon in here. Kane's going to use that jump X skill of his, actually pick up some HP damage on two members of the red team there, Garland and Zidon, kind of knocking them away from his allies as well. So this might be the chance for blue team to make a comeback here. Now they've got Shiva going to be active. We'll see if they can make anything happen here. Now all three of them are alive, and they can kind of move together. So Kane immediately tries to go for Tara here. She's going to actually knock him away. Blue team kind of scattered here. Tara looks like she got an attack there off on Zidon, doing about 1,000 HP damage. Kane is going to get a wall rush there on the enemy team's Tara. He dealt some HP damage, but once again, not quite enough to kill her. They are starting to show some signs of life here, though, starting to deal some HP damage to the red team, starting to get something going. So Kane is looking at Tara right now. He's moving closer towards her. Looks like Tara on the red team was actually able to pick up a kill there on Zidon, and Kane was able to deal a bit more HP damage to Tara, dropping her really low. So looks like Garland is a bit isolated here. He and Kane are kind of dueling. Cecil's going to come from behind and protect Kane from Zidon. He's going to hit Zidon. And then Kane looks like he's actually going to get an HP attack there on Zidon, picking up a kill there on him. So now we got an even match here, both teams having 1 health bar left. Garland's going to catch Kane with his X skill though, which locks him in place for a short period of time. Tara's going to take advantage of that and actually get that meteor off at the same time and actually pick up the kill there for the red team. So putting them up 1-0 in this set. Really close game though. Blue team started to come back there at the end. They just kind of couldn't quite get it going until the end there. Alright, so moving on to match 2 of this set here. We're going to be following Zidon this time, so kind of getting a switch of perspectives here. We're going to be following the other team as well, so keep that in mind. Okay, so we're on Besaid this time, so once again a big open map, quite the opposite of the last game. We'll see if that changes the dynamic of how this match unfolds. Blue team is kind of just sticking together here. Kane is kind of moving away from his team, but he kind of scouts it out and then moves back before anyone can really do anything about it. He was kind of up high in the air, so no one could really punish him for it. Tara is just kind of shooting out some projectiles. Zidon actually gets caught by one of them, and you see Cecil try to move in and punish him, but the blue team Tara was able to hit Cecil with one of her projectiles to stop him. So while that was unfolding, you see Zidon knocking away Cecil, and after that, it looks like red team just kind of backing away, kind of regrouping a little bit, going back to throwing out some of those projectiles. Tara's actually going to connect on Zidon there, break his bravery, so she's going to gain quite a bit of bravery. And looks like they're once again moving in, Cecil leading the charge there. Kane caught Zidon as he was dashing, but Zidon turned around and was able to actually attack Kane. Looks like they're kind of trying to move in on Tara. Cecil is trying to play the disrupting role though. Zidon was trying to attack Cecil, and then Kane come from behind and actually attack Zidon. The summoning stone has spawned, so everyone's kind of moving over towards it. Looks like red team got a lot of it, but both teams are actually kind of even on the summon gauge here. Zidon is just kind of moving around, trying to figure out who to target. He's kind of looking at Tara now, moving over towards her, so she kind of dashes away back behind Kane. Red team, once again, just staying grouped up, using some of their X skills on each other. Zidon's going to take a couple hits there from Tara, but nothing too big. Kane is really on the other side of his team here. Garland's trying to get between him and his team, not letting Kane dash around. And while that's happening, Zidon's trying to chase down Tara. He actually gets Cecil's attention as well, so both of them are kind of focusing on him. Doesn't look like the other members of blue team are able to do anything on Kayn though, and now red team is going to use their summon. So just kind of resetting the match here, red team is getting Shiva out, so they're going to have that advantage. Zidon's getting knocked away there by Cecil, gets his bravery broken. You see Garland using his X skill on the other side of the screen there, and Terra actually followed up with a ton of HP damage to Kayn, leaving him with only 20 HP left. Unfortunate for them, it wasn't able to kill. And you see they immediately use their HP regain, so Kayn's health bar is ticking back up. Zidon kind of got knocked away here. He's trying to rush back into the thick of things, but he doesn't want to go too hard just because Shiva is still active. He doesn't want to get caught in a bad position. He unfortunately runs into that projectile there as he was trying to dash in on Cecil. He does actually catch Cecil though, uses that steal, and just kind of keeps moving. So Shiva has ended now. You kind of see Terra is on the other side of the map there. Blue team Terra is, so red team is immediately chasing after her. You see Kayn and Cecil kind of moving that way. Cecil threw out that Dark Flame HP attack, wasn't able to connect, but it looks like red team Terra was able to finally pick up the kill there on blue team Terra. And then immediately Cecil picked up the kill there on Garland, so leaving Zidon kind of alone. He immediately just kind of starts running the other direction, but red team is really chasing him down. It's a 3v1. He's doing all he can to just survive here. His two team members are trying to summon on the other side of the map there. They're really leaving Zidon alone, but fortunately for them, Zidon is a really mobile character, one of the most mobile characters in the game. So far he's been able to kind of avoid all their attacks, and now they're going to have Shiva. Looks like Zidon did take some damage here. It doesn't look like the red team is in a position to really do any HP attacks. None of them have more than 2,000 bravery, so they weren't going to be able to really do that much anyway. Looks like blue team is kind of roaring back here now. They just dealt some HP damage to Kayn. Zidon's in that transform, and looks like Garland actually picked up a kill there on Kayn on the other side of the map. So Zidon is trying to chase down Terra here, both of them in their transforms. He turns away though. He's now going after Cecil, who's being chased down by Shiva's attack. He's not going to be able to catch him though. He turns towards Terra, who is actually trying to kind of dash towards Zidon. He moves into trying to attack her. I don't think he got anything off of it. He does get that mug attack though, and Garland was kind of following him, but looks like Terra was able to get away safely. So once again, the teams are kind of grouping back up. Red team was all clumped together here. Zidon just kind of run in. He uses that steal, using his mobility to kind of just disrupt Kayn and Terra there, which allowed Terra on the blue team and Garland to pick up a kill there on Cecil. They were kind of 2v1ing him on the other side. So nice job by Zidon to kind of disrupt Terra and Kayn there. So the summoning stone's popping up. Doesn't really matter though, because both teams are already summoned. There's only 1 minute left in this match, and both teams only have 1 health bar left, so it's going to come down to the wire here. Garland's kind of getting pushed into the corner. Blue team Terra was able to kind of send out a spell there to kind of move the red team back. Zidon is kind of rushing forward here. He's going to throw out that HP regain X skill. Nobody's taken any damage on his team, but that way it'll be ticking in case they do. Zidon catches Cecil with that scoop art. It's going to send him directly down, and Garland's going to be perfectly there in position to pick up the kill there, finish off Cecil. So great little combo there. That scoop art just immediately sends the target down to the ground, bounces them back up, and leaves them stunned for a second. Garland moved right in, picked up that kill. Great job there by the blue team. So they are going to win this series 2-0, just kind of like in the last series. Great performance there by the blue team. It was a pretty close game. Both games in these sets are pretty close, but blue team was able to edge it out both times after some really good Zidon play and some really good Garland play. Alright, so they are going to advance in this set. They're going to move on to the second round as well. Alright, hope you guys are enjoying it so far, because we are just getting started here. We're moving on into set number 3 of the first round. We actually have a kind of an interesting team this time around. We've got YOSHITAKA, Shantoto, and Warrior of Light on the blue team, going up against Terra, Kayn, and Cloud on the red team. So red team is that kind of usual balance that we've been seeing so far. Blue team is actually going for a double marksman team, which is pretty interesting. They picked Warrior of Light as kind of their anchor because he's one of the best at, keeping the enemy team away. So we'll see how this works out for them. So we're following YOSHITAKA here, so if I had to guess, we're going to see a lot of poking and a lot of projectiles coming out of her, and the blue team in general. Just going to play that war of attrition here. You see Kayn is trying to sneak around and get in on YOSHITAKA, but she immediately just kind of moves away. Blue team just trying to play really safe here. Shantoto's throwing out some of her attacks as well, kind of supporting YOSHITAKA here, throwing out that tornado that Shantoto has. YOSHITAKA is going to actually take a couple of attacks there. She immediately tries to move away. Kayn is moving towards the summoning stone though. Actually, it looks like blue team is going to get the better of the summoning stone. I think Shantoto was throwing out some of her magic on it, and YOSHITAKA was as well, so they were able to kind of poke it down. So YOSHITAKA is kind of just trying to keep an eye on everybody. She just took a hit, but she's kind of moving away now. Red team's kind of split up. Looks like they're kind of trying to split up her. They're kind of isolating her a little bit, but she moves away. Looks like Warrior of Light was kind of getting double teamed by Kane and Cloud. Summoning Stone is going to pop up once again. YOSHITAKA is kind of targeting it, but looks like red team's getting the better of it this time. And she actually gets kind of knocked away for her trouble. Kane is keeping an eye on her, but he's, now he's going after her. He breaks her bravery and knocks her away. So it's going to build up a lot of bravery there for the red team. So red team is just kind of pushing the blue team back. Warrior of Light's not really having the opportunity to kind of play that disrupting role that he would like to. Looks like Shantoto's kind of getting knocked in the corner there by Cloud. She gets away, but Cloud builds up quite a lot of bravery here. Everybody on red team has a pretty decent amount of bravery. The Summoning Stone's going to pop up one more time here. Both teams are going to kind of go for it. YOSHITAKA's going to throw out that ice attack. Looked like Kane was trying to attack her, but he actually moves away. Red team has enough summoning gauge to actually summon here, so they're all going to back up and try and do that. Looks like they got interrupted. Oh, looks like they were able to actually get it off here, because blue team was trying to summon then, but red team got it off first. So they're going to have Shiva active. Blue team's going to have to be really careful here. They're already playing a little bit passively, so we'll have to see if they can avoid Shiva's attacks. So it looks like red team is being pretty aggressive. They're all moving in together. Cloud is charging right in, trying to chase down YOSHITAKA. She does move away, but actually gets caught by Shiva's attacks. No one was able to follow up on it, though. Blue team is just kind of throwing out the projectiles, trying to keep red team away. Looks like they are focusing now on Shantoto, who's really isolated in the corner by herself. Looks like blue team is kind of just giving it up, hoping she can either get away or just assuming she's going to die. But somehow she's actually survived, and Warrior of Light has now charged in, trying to protect her. Now that YOSHITAKA's kind of dodged Shiva's attack, she does move back in. Somehow Shantoto did survive all of that. So blue team is grouping back up together here. They're going to try to summon. They actually weren't successful. Looks like somebody was probably getting attacked, so they weren't able to do it. And Shantoto does finally die here. Looks like Terra was able to get a meteor on her and pick up that kill. YOSHITAKA is trying to throw some projectiles out just to kind of split up the red team. Don't think she was able to really connect with much. Most of it was shielded. Kane is trying to move in on her. She actually uses that ice attack to push him away, deal a lot of bravery damage, and now she's built up her bravery quite a lot. Blue team is finally going to be able to get their summon out now, though. Shantoto has respawned, so they're going to have Ifrit out, and now we'll see if they'll have the opportunity to start playing aggressive now. Like I said, they've been kind of playing a bit passively. Red team has barely taken any HP damage this entire game. You see now they are trying to force Kane back. All three of them are really quickly trying to target Kane. He's an assassin character, though. He's really fast, and you see him just kind of dodging around. He finally does get caught, though. Warrior of Light's going to catch him with an attack. Kane didn't get knocked onto the wall there. Warrior of Light just kind of kept pushing him away, so YOSHITAKA wasn't going to be able to connect with her attack. It's a straight line, really quick shot, so she's not going to be able to hit anybody that's getting moved away. So unfortunate there for the blue team. So a lot going on the screen here with Ifrit's attacks. Kind of hard to see. Okay, now Hellfire's ended, so Ifrit is gone. She's going to throw out her HP attack right there, but it did not connect on Cloud. He's able to dodge away, and she actually got hit for her troubles. Terra dealing some bravery damage there. So red team once again kind of grouping up. Both teams are really grouped up. YOSHITAKA is trying to move in here on Cloud. Not really doing anything to him, though. Red team is just playing really aggressively. She actually does catch Cloud in one of her Arrow 2 attacks, though. She's going to be able to combo that with that Vivifying Life HP attack. That's a nice combo. It's pretty much almost guaranteed. So she's able to pick up a lot of HP damage there on Cloud. Kane is coming in trying to attack her. She's going to get away from him, though. And red team is grouping up around the Summoning Stone. I don't know why they finish it off, but looks like they are kind of getting split up now by the blue team. YOSHITAKA once again throwing out that Vivifying Life HP attack. Dealt some damage to Kane, but not enough to kill. The time is running pretty low. There's about 35 seconds left, so blue team's going to have to pick up a kill quick if they want to at least tie this game. And as I say that, they actually pick up a kill there on Kane. Shantoto was able to finish him off, so now we've got an even game here. We'll see if either team can get a kill and take the lead in this match. YOSHITAKA's kind of trying to move ahead. She caught somebody in her Arrow 2, dealt a little bit of damage, but nothing too substantial. She's got pretty low bravery, so she's not going to be able to pick up a kill. Warrior of Light's got a lot of bravery, though, and everybody on the red team has enough to kill YOSHITAKA, so she's got to be careful here. She's throwing out that HP gain. There's about 5 seconds left. She's kind of knocking Kane away, making sure nobody can attack her, and it looks like this game is going to end in a draw, just like the first one. We'll have to see how the points break down to see who actually picks up the victory here. It looks like it's going to be blue team, I think, just based off of those numbers. Yeah, so blue team is actually going to win this game here. Really good War of Attrition there. Like I said, they have this double marksman Warrior of Light comp. which is really not about finishing off the red team. It's about keeping everybody at bay and kind of slowly whittling them down. It worked really well in this match, even though I think red team has a pretty good comp to kind of counter it because they have Kayn. So we'll see if red team can make any adjustments in this next match and prevent blue team from doing that. I think this map worked out pretty well for that comp too, just because it's kind of big. So we'll see if a smaller map happens, like the Final Fantasy IX map or something like that. We'll see if that can change things. Alright, so moving into the second match of this set here, we're going to switch teams like we have in the last sets. We're going to be following what was the red team now, and we're going to be watching from the perspective of Terra. And funnily enough, we actually are on the Final Fantasy IX map. So let's see if that double marksman comp works out as well on this map here. Alright, so off the bat here, we're going to be, like I said, following Terra, so she's going to be doing a lot of just throwing out some of her spells here, trying to zone out the enemies and let her teammates deal some damage. Looks like Warrior of Light got an attack off on her, just knocked her away, but nothing too serious. She is throwing out some attacks there on YOSHITAKA, building her bravery back up. Her and Cloud turn right towards the summoning stone. They immediately break it, and the blue team definitely has a better position with the summoning gauge than the red team does at this moment. So Terra's still just kind of throwing out some projectiles, kind of just trying to stay away from the red team here. She dodges Shantoto's Quake attack there, using that mobility with her attack, but she actually does get hit by the second one, dealing a little bit of damage here. Nothing too serious has happened though. Nobody is connected with any HP attacks thus far. Looks like blue team is kind of pushing red team into the corner though. Cloud's building up some serious bravery over there. Terra's actually going to wall rush Shantoto there. No one's really in position to follow up on it though. Looks like Kayn is still attacking Shantoto, but not dealing any HP damage. Warrior of Light tries to move in on Terra, but Terra just kind of backs away. She's going to throw out that meteor now. Kayn actually had Warrior of Light locked in his shield after he had missed his attack on Terra. Actually dealt some good damage there to Warrior of Light, so that's the first HP attack of the game that is connected. Blue team is now in the position to be able to summon, so you see they're all just kind of dashing away, trying to get to a point where they can safely all summon at the same time. They do get it off. Warrior of Light was there to punish Terra while she went that summon animation, so he is going to deal some damage. He might even be able to wall rush her here, we'll have to see. But her teammates are pretty close by, so hopefully they'll be able to protect her. Warrior of Light does wall rush her. That's exactly what happened though. Kayn did save Terra from that attack, so he was able to actually pick up the first kill of the game there on Warrior of Light while he was focusing on Terra. Alright, so Shiva's now kind of running around the map doing her thing. See, Terra is just kind of following around here. Looks like she's actually gotten locked into targeting Warrior of Light. He's used that X skill, and he's actually going to teleport away, just kind of make it harder for blue team to, capitalize on the fact that they're all targeting him. He's trying to give his teammates a chance to follow up and deal some damage, but looks like nothing's really connecting. I think he's more doing it defensively so that nobody can follow up with Shiva's attacks. Looks like Warrior of Light does get caught by Kayn though. In an attack, it kind of knocked him down for a second, stunned him, and Terra's able to follow up with that meteor, picking up another kill there on Warrior of Light. Terra is immediately staying on the offensive here. They're now charging after Shantoto. Her and Cloud are kind of working together here. Warrior of Light charges in from behind, trying to disrupt Terra. Looks like Warrior of Light's getting some attacks off on Cloud. Terra is able to interrupt him though with her bravery attack. She's going to back up now. Looks like red team is trying to summon. It's taking them a while though. They're doing a good job of interrupting red team summon animations. And actually it looks like they weren't able to get it off right now. Now Terra's throwing out that meteor. She's got enough bravery to kill anybody on the red team. So if anyone can get locked into an attack, she's going to be able to pick up the kill. Looks like YOSHITAKA kind of moving towards her, just trying to keep her distracted a little bit, making it more difficult for Terra to follow up with her teammates. Everybody's kind of focusing on Warrior of Light now. She's going to immediately throw out that meteor while he was locked down from Cloud and Kayn and pick up the kill. Great job by blue team to all work together to pick up that last kill, knowing Terra could just kill anyone that they were able to lock down. So fantastic job to all just turn on Warrior of Light. They actually are able to pick up all three of the kills on Warrior of Light. No fault of his own, it's just that since he's the only melee character, he's going to be the one most often in the front lines there. So great job there by the blue team. I think they really used this small map to their advantage, like I was saying in the last game, how that would help them. And able to tie up the set 1-1. Next match is going to decide who moves on. Alright, last matchup here between these two teams. We've switched back over to following YOSHITAKA now. We're on another kind of smallish map, so we'll see if that works out in the favor of the Cloud, Kayn, and Terra team. But we'll see, who knows. Alright, so just like in the first match here, we're probably going to see YOSHITAKA putting out a lot of projectiles here. Looks like she's actually changed her HP attack. She's changed it to one where she puts a trap down on the ground. If anyone runs into it, they're going to take HP damage. So we'll see if that helps. Since, like I said, it's a smaller map, it'll be easier for those kind of traps to get triggered. And right there you saw Cloud actually ran into one. She's dealt some HP damage to him. So blue team is all together here moving towards Terra. She's able to kind of dash away though, not get caught by anything. Nice shield there by YOSHITAKA, able to avoid Kane's attack there. Looks like Warrior of Light's bravery is broken there by Terra, so red team's got a lot of bravery right now. And looks like Kane is kind of close to YOSHITAKA here. He's not really focusing on her right this second though. She's kind of dancing around her HP traps here, making it really difficult for the red team to get in. So blue team is really grouped up here. Looks like they're kind of turning their attention to, well, nobody in particular actually. Red team's really grouped up too, so they're all just kind of throwing out projectiles once again. Cloud looks like he's trying to dash around, see if he can catch somebody out of position, but didn't quite catch anybody. YOSHITAKA does get caught here. Looks like Terra's hitting her with some of her fireball projectiles, dealt a lot of bravery damage there to her. YOSHITAKA's got to be careful. Looks like Cloud's pretty close. He actually gets caught by Warrior of Light. YOSHITAKA knocks him away, and it looks like Warrior of Light's going to pick up the kill there on Cloud after that knock away. He probably got wall rushed from that, even though YOSHITAKA kind of turned her attention, so we weren't quite able to see. So that's going to give blue team the opportunity to summon now. They're going to have Ifrit active. They have an advantage here, so we'll see if they can make anything else happen with it. Looks like they're kind of turning their attention to Kane, but he was able to dash away. Cloud's respawn now. Looks like red team's all just kind of grouping up, running to the other side of the map here. Actually, they've turned around. They are now attacking Shantoto. Actually, a really good job. All three of them turned at the exact same time, caught Shantoto with an attack, and immediately followed up and picked up a kill on her. YOSHITAKA's getting some shots off there on Terra, building up a lot of bravery here. Only problem is her HP attack is not something that she can exactly hit. She's got to lay down those traps and hope somebody runs into them or gets knocked into them. So looks like Kane is kind of stuck in this corner here. He's actually going to get above YOSHITAKA and Warrior of Light and get out of the way and avoid any follow-up. YOSHITAKA is still dropping those traps in case anybody gets closer. She actually caught Cloud. He rushed in on her, ran into one of those traps, and actually picked up the kill there on him. So red team's down to 1 life bar left. They have to be really careful here. YOSHITAKA actually got some more damage there on Kane. He must have also run into one of her traps. She's still just kind of placing them down in places where it looks like the red team might run into them. Red team's got to do a good job of just avoiding those traps. YOSHITAKA's back to kind of throwing out some projectiles now. She's standing by her trap and just trying to attack the enemy team here. Cloud is actually going to come around, go above that trap, and actually catch YOSHITAKA in an attack, knocking her away. Looks like Warrior of Light's getting caught. He actually got killed there. Looks like Terra got him with a meteor. Gonna bring red team down, or sorry, blue team down to 1 health bar, and now red team's gonna be able to summon. So blue team has to be really careful here not to lose their last health bar while Shiva's active. It's going to be pretty tough for them. We'll see if they can do it. They all are pretty healthy. They all have full health bars, so that will at least be a little insurance there. So YOSHITAKA's trying to kind of stay in the mix of things, keeping red team away from her teammates. Red team's kind of got blue team back into a corner here, so YOSHITAKA's trying to just knock them away, keep them zoned out. Cloud is coming in. He actually catches YOSHITAKA, knocks her into the wall. Actually knocked her into Shiva's attack, so now she went down to 0 bravery. She's trying to build that back up. Shantoto took a lot of HP damage. She's down to about 390 health left. She cannot get hit by anything else. Terra's moving over close towards Shantoto, but YOSHITAKA actually knocks her away. Red team is all grouped up now. You see YOSHITAKA's trying to throw out some attacks here. She's laying down some of those traps, but everyone's kind of ignoring YOSHITAKA right now. They're not moving in. They don't want to accidentally run into those traps. So it's kind of smart play by the red team. Everything's kind of breaking down here. YOSHITAKA's trying to chase down Terra. Kane's moving in on YOSHITAKA. She's trying to get back to where her traps were. But Terra threw out that meteor. Unfortunately, YOSHITAKA was dodging away, trying to find where her traps were so she could get to safety. She found them, but Terra threw out that meteor, caught her in that dodge, and actually finished her off. So really close match there. Could have gone either way, but a really great job there by the red team to clutch it out and finish it off. I think being in that smaller map definitely helped them. It made it easier for Terra to kind of connect those meteors. That was nice of YOSHITAKA to kind of adapt and change to that different HP attack, just knowing how the enemies would probably run into that if they tried to target her. And she did do a lot of work with it, but red team was able to finish it off and move on to the next round of the bracket. Alright, so this is going to be the last first round set on this side of the bracket, and it's also going to be the last set of this video. So we've got Warrior of Light, Terra, and Titus for the blue team, and red team is going to be Cloud, Bartz, and Titus. So blue team is kind of following that usual balance setup. We've got Warrior of Light, Terra, and Titus. And red team's actually going to bring out a specialist here on their side. They've got Bartz, and they've got a lot of aggression on their team. So we'll see which one wins out. We're on Rabanasser, which is kind of a flat map here. So we'll see if some of those speedy assassin characters can kind of use that to their advantage. So Warrior of Light's kind of trying to stay ahead of his team here. He's throwing out some of his projectiles. Both teams are just kind of throwing out their projectiles, not rushing into anything too quickly. Still just kind of playing that same kind of passive game here. Alright, looks like Red Team Titus is going to be the first one to get some action going. He rushes into the back line there. Warrior of Light kind of moves towards the Summoning Stone, but Red Team actually was able to get the better of it for sure and got a lot of summon gauge there. Looks like Titus did a good job. He actually dealt some damage to Terra and Blue Team Titus. So right off the bat, Red Team starting off with a little bit higher bravery counts. Warrior of Light catches the Red Team Titus though. He's actually doing some really good chaining on him. Caught him on the wall and actually is able to deal some HP damage there on Titus. Cloud wasn't able to get there in time to interrupt, but he was there in time to hit Warrior of Light right after his bravery dropped to 0. So it counts as a break and Cloud was able to gain a lot of bravery off of that. So it looks like Blue Team's trying to be aggressive here. Titus actually moves in, catches the Red Team Titus in an attack. Terra immediately follows up with that Meteor, able to pick up the kill there on Titus. Titus and Warrior of Light and Terra are all kind of moving in here on Bartz. Great job there by Warrior of Light and Titus to combo him and Titus to follow up with that Spiral Cut, dealing a ton of HP damage there to Bartz. Titus moves in, he actually catches Cloud once again, and Terra's able to follow with that Meteor, picking up another kill there for the Blue Team. Awesome job by them. Warrior of Light's now moving in ahead of his team here, and actually Titus is now moving in farther. Warrior of Light stops to hit the Summoning Stone. Red Team's already got their gauge filled, so Blue Team's trying to match that. Now Blue Team's got their gauge filled, so they're trying to summon. Looks like they stopped. Both teams are kind of trying to summon here. Titus tried to hit Warrior of Light, he misses, and Blue Team actually does finally get out the summon first. So now they're going to have Shiva, see if they can pick off this last kill with that. So Red Team's kind of trying to move back, but they're pretty much towards the back of the map, so they're not going to have a lot of room to run. Warrior of Light actually gets caught by Bartz, takes a little bit of HP damage, but nothing too significant. Bartz is pretty low on health already. We'll see if they can catch him on a wall here. Looks like Warrior of Light once again gets caught by Bartz, takes a little bit more HP damage. Still not too bad though, they've got that HP regain X skill going, so it's already ticking back up. Red Team is all grouped up here. Actually, they're kind of getting split up by Shiva now, and Bartz is way separated from his team. You see Blue Team immediately try to rush on him while this is going on. Bartz is doing his best to kind of dodge away. You see him jumping and dashing all the way. Somehow he's able to survive all of that and escape. So nice job by that Bartz player. Was able to save it for his team. Looks like Red Team Titus is getting caught though. He actually is getting comboed by both Blue Team Titus and Warrior of Light. Red Team is scrambling, trying to prevent them from getting a kill on him. As they're focusing on Warrior of Light, Terra once again sneaks in that Meteor, able to pick up the kill there on Cloud, finishing off a really nice game there by the Blue Team. Pretty dominant performance. Really great teamwork there by them. So that is the first match of this set. Let's move right on into the second one. Alright, going into match 2 of this set here. They're going back to Rabanastre, the same map, so we'll see if Red Team can change things up a little bit or if it's going to be just as dominant a performance by the Blue Team. They worked really well together. They were way more aggressive than I thought they were going to be, and that Terra was doing a really good job of just doing snap meteors whenever somebody was locked down. So we're now following the other team here. We're actually on Titus, so we'll see it from a different perspective. We'll see what he can do. Red Team already is immediately moving in. Looks like the Red Team Titus is kind of trying to flank the Blue Team. He's just kind of sticking around, seeing who he can attack, but it looks like he just kind of moves away back to his teammates. The Titus we're watching, he's just kind of trying to keep an eye on the Red Team, seeing if anyone steps a little too far out of the way so that he can follow up on something. He's trying to move in on Terra now. She's kind of isolated herself a little bit. Terra's trying to dash away, but Titus does catch her, hits her with an attack, knocks her into the corner here. Titus is trying to move back over to the Summoning Stone, but it looks like the Red Team Titus kind of intimidates him. He kind of scares him away a little bit. The other team's Titus does connect with a Spiral Cut, dealing a lot of damage to the Blue Team here. Our Titus was able to hit him and actually break his bravery after doing that, so our Titus has built up a ton of bravery now. Both teams staying grouped up here. Blue Team is falling behind a little bit on the HP game, but not too much. And the summon gauge is pretty even on both sides. So Terra's kind of just using her poke here, poking out some attacks. The Red Team Titus tries to go in on our Titus, but he's able to shield it. The Summoning Stone has popped up here. It looks like the Red Team is getting the better of it. Titus is trying to rush in and change that. He actually gets knocked away by Terra though. He's going to move back in here. He actually catches Warrior of Light while he's in a stunned animation. He and Bartz are trying to combo off of him. Red Team Titus moves in, so our Titus tries to use that Spiral Cut, but does miss. He does get knocked away though. Looks like the Red Team Titus also gets knocked away. Our Titus is kind of keeping an eye on him. They're both kind of tracking each other. The other Titus actually gets the better of him, and it looks like our Cloud player has actually died here. So our Titus once again threw out that Spiral Cut, but does miss. Wasn't a combo or anything, he was just kind of throwing it out. The Red Team does get Shiva off, and it also looked like their Warrior of Light player used his X skill, so Titus is now locked into targeting him for a short period of time. You see right now he can only target Warrior of Light. So he's getting hit from behind by the other team's Titus. He's trying to dash away now because he knows he's pretty vulnerable since he can't change his target. Although now it looks like that has ended, so now he's back to being able to target whoever he wants. Warrior of Light is chasing him down there, so now Titus is trying to just kind of be careful, dash away from the other team. Since Shiva is active, he doesn't want to get caught by anything. He's dashing in on Terra now, trying to play some mind games here. He's just attacking her shield, hoping she'll drop it. But all that time was wasted. Now he's really getting targeted by Shiva, and the red team is kind of moving in. He actually does get hit by Shiva, loses all that bravery. Warrior of Light comes in, catches him with a wall rush. Was not able to get any attack off though, so Titus got lucky there, was able to get away without taking any HP damage. Ooh, and actually the red team Titus does connect with a bravery attack there on Titus. Warrior of Light was just sitting there waiting and actually connect with that Crescent Saber, dealing a ton of HP damage to Titus and finishing him off. So blue team is down to 1 health bar left. Gotta make something happen here, right now. So Titus gets caught by Warrior of Light with that shield. He is able to guard Warrior of Light's follow-up attack though. And now Titus is moving over to the Summoning Stone. They were really close to getting that gauge filled. Now they have it. We'll see if they get the opportunity to summon here and change this game up. They're trying to focus Titus here, but red team is just moving so fast. Warrior of Light threw out that HP attack once again. He missed though. Titus was able to break his bravery, but he got caught by the red team Titus. Took a lot of HP damage. Both he and Cloud have really low health, so they're going to have to be really careful here not to get caught out. So blue team, like I said, still has that summon gauge full. If they get a second, they should try to summon, but red team's just being so aggressive, they're not really getting the opportunity to. They're trying to dash out of the way, their dash gauges are ending. Looks like Cloud kind of got caught there, got stuck. But it actually looks like in that kind of mad scramble there, Bart's off on the other side, was able to throw his HP attack, pick up a kill there on red team Titus. But they finally caught up to Cloud. Terra was able to throw out that meteor and pick up the kill there on him. So super aggressive play there by the red team, doing a really good job of finishing that game off. We've seen a lot of teams play really passively so far, so I'm glad to see a more aggressive style here coming out of the red team. So really good job by red team here. They're going to be advancing off into the next round. Like I said, this is the last set of the first round on the left side of the bracket, so all the teams we've seen win so far are now moving on to the second round. They're going to be playing each other. Alright, so just a quick recap of the matches we've seen so far. So the winning teams, we had Titus, Cloud, Emperor win the first set. They're going to be going up against Garland, Terra, and Zidane in the next round. And then on the other side of that bracket, we've got Terra, Kane, and Cloud going up against the Terra, Titus, and Warrior of Light team we just saw. So you can kind of see right away there's a high reliance here on Terra to be the marksman character of choice here. Pretty much all of the winning teams, except for one, have a Terra in them. Then the other team has an Emperor. So far she definitely has the highest pick choice of any marksman character. She has that really consistent meteor attack, so it doesn't really surprise me that she's one of the highest picked marksman characters. For Vanguards, the most picked we've got is Cloud and Warrior of Light, but we also have a Garland, so it's a little bit more variable here. 2 Clouds, 1 Warrior of Light, and 1 Garland going to be going into the second round. And as far as assassins go, we've got 2 Tituses, a Kane, and then Zidane. So, you know, pretty good mix of characters here. Actually kind of surprised at the Zidane, just considering that most people consider him a little weaker compared to some of the other assassin characters. But, you know, I guess it depends on your playstyle and who you like to play the most. So, pretty good comps here, pretty similar comps. All of them are in assassin, vanguard, and marksman type. So you see that's kind of the prevailing meta here right now. So here's a look at what the bracket looks like right now. They actually played 2 matches in the losers bracket here off stream. The 2 teams eliminated were the Shantoto Y'shtola Warrior of Light team and the Terra Cecil Kane team. It's too bad the double marksman team was eliminated. I thought that was kind of a cool innovation, but it didn't really work out against the strong melee characters like Cloud, Kane, and Titus, who seem to be pretty popular right now. The remaining teams have really similar compositions amongst themselves, so it's definitely going to come down to who can outplay who. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed these first round of matches, and I will see you again real soon for the next set of matches. Have a good one, guys.